My name is Scott Myler. I'm a photographer here in Utah, and I've been shooting weddings for about 12 years. I had a friend of mine back then ask me to shoot their daughter's wedding, and I had been doing video productions in the past, and I thought, what the heck, might as well try and give still photography a shot. There are a few different factors that I look for coming into a photo session. One of the first factors is the model release, and that's important to protect you as well as the model. And that gives you the ability to use the pictures that you're shooting for promotional purposes or marketing purposes, things like that. Another important factor is wardrobe. What do you have the model wear for your shoot? I always suggest that they bring several different outfits just so we can be prepared for any types of looks that we want to change up during the shoot. Today we're going to walk through the process of a studio session, and we're going to start out with the makeup artist and the model, and we're going to watch how the model prepares herself to go for the shoot. And we'll also talk to the makeup artist and get her feelings about what she does for the model, and then we'll walk through the process of the shoot itself and hope that you enjoy that. Let's get started. Hey guys, can you guys see that? I'd like to introduce both of you. This is Rachel McCash Cronin, and she's our model today. Rachel, what is it that you look for in a photographer when you're shooting with somebody?
Well, one of the biggest things that I look for is how professional their pictures look, and you can usually tell how professional a picture looks based on their lighting, how they edit it, if they take away like flyaways or they make an image really crisp. So if I decide I want to work with a photographer, I usually look for those things specifically. And also if they've done any published work, that's important to me too, and why they want to work with me. If they want to work with me for a product or for something that will be published, I have a bigger incentive to work with them.
Great. So what is it that you look for in a makeup artist? What are you hoping for when you get to a job and you're working with a makeup artist?
I look at what kind of products they have. If they have MAC or Sephora, Smashbox. The higher quality makeup, then the better I'll look. And then if I look pretty good, I can showcase the product, whatever it is that I'm modeling really well, and then chances are the photographer or the client is going to like the picture and use it for their marketing. So I look for that. How well you work with a makeup artist, because sometimes you're like really quiet. It's fun to bounce ideas off of and just gel really well with the makeup artist. So.
It sounds like makeup is a pretty important part of this whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you get into modeling?
Well, I got into modeling when I was about 17, and I really enjoyed it right away. I really like the ability to just be a canvas, and with different hair and makeup styles, different outfits, you can totally change your look and appeal to that many different audiences or products or clients or whatever. I also more personally really like being able to tell a story through a picture. A picture is worth 1,000 words. And so on top of making sure that I advertise the product or makeup or jewelry or whatever it is that I'm modeling really well, I want to make sure that my picture is kind of like a snapshot from a movie and can tell a story too.
Thanks, Rachel. I appreciate you sharing that with us. We're lucky enough to have today with us Jillian Joy as our makeup artist. She's an amazing makeup artist. I've worked with her before, and I'm really excited to do that again today.
Well, thank you, Scott.
Yeah. I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about what we'd like today as far as look. And I'd like something a little more bold than just natural.
Sure. As we walked through Rachel's wardrobe a little bit earlier, what really stuck out to me was a black and white dress of hers. And that is something that we can easily match up pattern and style with a bolder makeup look. As soon as we put it up against a backdrop, it'll stand out really well and just create a really exciting scene. And something more exciting for her to model than maybe just a natural look, which is fine for some days, but some days you want something a little bit more exciting. So on Rachel today, we're just going to go for a basic smoothing out base layer like you would starting with any shoot. And then working up to a more dramatic eye, I like to start out with a neutral type of palette and then work up to a darker color rather than just starting dark from the beginning. If something goes wrong, it's a lot harder to backtrack. We'll do a lot of strange things like probably put tape up near her eyes to create a really strong, sharp line. And then we'll do some color on her lips. Not too much, we don't want it to be too extreme, but still enough to bring out the look as a whole. And I want to use a lot of just purples and kind of pink tones on her to really bring out her complexion and her eye color and things like that.
Great, that sounds like a perfect plan. I'm gonna see ya.
Thanks, Scott.
So as you can see, communication between the makeup artist and the model is very important, as well as the photographer to the makeup artist, so that we can share our perspective of what we'd like to see as far as the look goes. And the communication factor really plays into the whole photographic session also. It's important for the photographer to be able to communicate with the model what he'd like her, or he or she would like her to do, and to be able to get that look that you're looking for through the lens.
So now that Rachel's all done up with hair and makeup, we're ready to go over and get her dressed and head on over to the studio.
Okay, it looks like you're ready. Come on in. All right, so now we're going to start with the shooting portion of the video, and we hope you'll join us.